things that have been happening on a week-to-week basis. So just really proud of, they keep coming in, they work hard, they're motivated, and they're taking care of each other, and that's just been a really important piece to this year. I want to see them compete and have fun. They're wearing their uniforms for the first time this year. Parents are able to see their kids do something, basketball related. So I'm just really enjoying the process of seeing what they can do today.
Awesome. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We are so excited to be back at the Langley Events Center, home of the Spartans. This afternoon, athletes will be competing in 4 exciting basketball contests in support of the U Sports Shoot for the Cure campaign. And to find out who will rise to the top in the first ever Spartans Skills Challenge. Spartan faithful, it's time to get up off your couch and make some noise. It's time to meet the home team, your Trinity Western University Spartans. At number 1, forward from Edmonton, Alberta, Nicole Franson. At guard, number 2, 5'9" from Abbotsford, British Columbia, Jaden Gill. At guard, number 3 for your Trinity Western University Spartans, Shamaya Abatayo. All right, and at guard, number 4, Kaylee Reimer. From Leduc, Alberta, coming in at 5'10", guard number 5, Jolene Vlig. At forward, coming in at 5'11" from Langley, British Columbia, Ava Krepp. Guard from Regina, Saskatchewan, 5'6", number 7, Kiana Weens. Coming in at 5'8", from Langley, British Columbia, guard number 8, Sydney Hayward. At guard, coming from Calgary, Alberta, number 10, Tegan MacArthur. Starting at forward, 5'11" from Abbotsford, British Columbia, number 11, Nicola Peters. At 5'9" from Langley, British Columbia, guard number 12, Haley Van Roekel. And at the post position, 6 feet from Oshawa, Ontario, number 15, Tiana Bradshaw. And last but not least, forward at 6 feet from Port Coquitlam, Ose Obeto. The Spartans are coached by head coach Cheryl Jean Paul. It is time for the skills competition. It's time to get things started. We are starting with the skills competition, which will run in head-to-head rounds, where the fastest time will win the contest. Your contestants in the skills competition are number 3, Shamea Abatayo. Number 12, Haley Van Roekel. Number 7, Kiana Weens. And last but not least, number 2, Jaden Gill.
All right, Shamaya, it's been a strange year. Tell me, what's been one positive out of this year that you can take?
I think being able to see my teammates and play with them and just practice with them.
That's great. And do you have any friends or family watching from home?
Yep.
Awesome. Well, good luck.
Thank you.
And next up, we got Haley here. No, you're good. Thanks for joining me, Haley. Tell me, what's the best and worst part about doing school over Zoom?
The best part is you got to take naps during class. The worst part is being on Zoom.
Fair enough. And from a fitness standpoint, have you been able to improve on any things this year? Not doing games, but being able to practice?
Improve on them?
Yeah.
I think I've gotten stronger this year.
That's great. Well, good luck.
Oh, it feels good to be back. And we're going to start this off with the skills competition. A couple new Spartans to start us off. Shamea Abatayo going head-to-head against Haley Van Roekel in a series of dazzling displays of skill, speed, precision, passing, and shooting. Basically, it's a really crazy obstacle course here. So the fastest time between the two sets of competitors will be crowned the champion of the skills competition. And off to a good start goes Van Roekel on Charles Jean-Paul's start. So they're going to start by weaving it. They have to knock the ball off the cone. This is like one of those crazy halftime competitions, but here they go. A little bit of a mix-up as Abatayo forgot the ball. Kind of an important thing in this, I guess. So they're going the whole stops. They got the outfits on. They got the hats, the jackets. So now that they've made the layup, now it's left is to hit the three with shades on. And the first attempt from Van Roekel hits the back iron and goes in. A really good time. I believe that was around 38 seconds as Abatayo, her three, no. She's got to hit one for it to end. That one's long. I swear it's the shades. Makes it a lot harder. And that's it. Haley Van Roekel with a dazzling time of around 38 seconds. That's going to be hard to beat. But if anyone's going to do it, it's going to be the next set of the veterans, Kiana Weeds and Jane Gill. Let's throw down to Bailey downstairs.
All right. Next up, we got Kiana Weens. Kiana, let us know, who is your funniest teammate?
Oh, that's a tough one. Probably have to go with my roommate, Jolene Bleeg, on that one.
Nice,
Pretty
nice.
hilarious.
And what is your most used emoji?
Oh, definitely the laughing one.
I love it.
Crying, laughing, yeah.
I love it. And what are you most looking forward to today?
I'm looking forward to the half-court shots
Awesome.
this afternoon, yeah.
Well, best of luck.
Thank you, thank you.
And next up, we got Jaden Gill. Jaden, let everyone know, what is one book you're currently reading?
Oh, I I don't read many books. I don't know what to tell you about that one.
Well, have you ever read a book?
I have, but couldn't tell you the last one.
Fair enough. And what's one thing that you're most looking forward to about 2021?
Hopefully to see some more people, maybe socially distanced, but we'll see.
That's great. Well, best of luck.
Thank you.
So the returning starting backcourt for the Spartans are going to go head-to-head, Jaden Gill, Kiana Weens. And really what it comes down to, the reason Haley Van Roekel did so well was she hit that three-point shot. And that's going to be the deciding factor here, waiting for Cheryl Jean-Paul. And then we're off. Weaving through. First part is that pass. Oh, and Kiana Weens missed it. Jaden Gill nicked it, and that was enough. Oh, 2 misses. I didn't see that kick. No one saw that. But Kiana Weens has a lot of ground to make up, and like we said, Haley Van Roekel got off to a great start. Jaden Gill, she's the only one with a chance. Really, now it comes down to that three-point shot. Got to put on the glasses and really hit your first 1 or 2 attempts. Jaden Gill's going to get a shot if she can get it here. That first three, and she gets it. And I believe with that, as Kiana Weens misses, now on that island, everyone watching, doesn't matter, I believe it's Jaden Gill who is going to be the skills competition winner. I think they only get a minute. You got to get that 3 though. You have to. You can't end on a miss. Last shot, maybe Kiana Weens, she gets it. And I believe with that, I haven't seen official times yet. I wasn't sure. I believe it was around 38 seconds for Haley Van Roekel. Jaden Gill got real close to that. I think it was around 35 seconds. So we'll await the official time. And like
congratulations to Jaden Gill. You are the winner of the skills competition today. Please pick up your Lululemon prize off the prize table as you exit the court. Our next competitors stepping up are Osa Obito, Sydney Hayward, Ava Krepp, Tiana Bradshaw, and Nicole Franson. Next up, it's the Masters of the Mid-Range Challenge.
I'ma make noise in the street. Cease, I'ma make noise in the street. Please, all that fake love you can keep.
All right, well, first up, we got Osei here. Osei, I got a question for you. When you're not on the court or at school, where do you like to spend your time?
In my bed. Sleeping.
Fair enough. And what topic could you give a 20-minute presentation on without any preparation at all?
Shoes.
Nice. All right, well, good luck, Osei. Next up, we got Sydney.
So here's the master of the mid-range competition. And so you have to hit 2 in a row to move on. There are 4 spots. You got the rebounder, Jolene Vlieg, handling rebounding responsibility. 4 spots around. You only get to move on from that spot by hitting 2 in a row. And that's so far 0 for 4 for Osei Obito. And you get 2 points for moving on. And the tiebreaker comes down to time. You got about 90 seconds. So that's 1. So in order to move on, she has to hit this one. And it's no good. Now you only get those 2 points if you get back-to-back. So that's 1. You got to get this one for Obito. And that one dropped. So she's got 2 points. About 50 seconds left. Going to the elbow. No. That's that first one. So now you got to get this one to move on, have a chance. Yeah, and the tiebreaker comes down to the amount of time, whoever does it the fastest. Starting to pick up a little bit of momentum here is Obito. Ooh, she was confident on that one, but no, now she has to go back and hit those back-to-backs. Jolene Vlieg really working getting those rebounds. The unappreciated role that it is. Only 15 seconds left. Obito stuck at 4. She's hit that one a couple times. That first one drops. Can she get to 6? That one's a little bit long. She's been stuck at that spot for a while. Last shot here. Why not? Let it fly. And that's it. 4 points for Ose Obito. Pretty decent. Got a little bit off to a slow start, but pretty decent with that. Let's go down to Bailey downstairs. He's got Sydney Hayward with him.
All right, now we got Sydney next up. Sydney, tell me, what's your favorite part about playing basketball at TWU?
Getting to know my amazing teammates better.
Nice. And we know you're good at basketball. Tell us one job that you'd be terrible at.
Cleaning my room.
Well, good luck. Have fun.
So Sydney Hayward, first year out of Langley Fundamental. She's got Kiana Weens rebounding for her now. 90 seconds on the clock. Gotta get off to that good start. A little short on that one. Surprised not seeing Nicole Franzen doing any of the rebounding. That's kind of what she does for the team, but it's the couple guards who are doing most of the rebounding responsibilities. That's the first one. Hayward got to get this one to move on. She does. So that's 2 points for Hayward. That elbow spot becoming more and more of a staple for basketball players all over the world. Working on that elbow. The Chris Paul shot, that 2 in a row, that's 4 points, so she can take the lead with back-to-back. Oh, she's starting to heat up a little bit here. That's 6, so now she can get it. She's got a lot of time to work with, 40 seconds. Oh, she's feeling it. Sydney Hayward is feeling it. Oh, I spoke too soon, but she's still got a lot of time to get those 2 in a row. Shot is up, and that's it. What a solid time. She's going to keep going. I believe I was told just once you get to 8, but now it's how many you score. She is feeling it. That's 10 for Hayward. Can't get the friendly roll there. Gets it on that one. Ball goes for a journey. Well, she is in a shooting zone right now, Hayward. This will be for 16. No. Oh, she was confident on that one. Why not get that last one up? No, but a solid showing overall for Sydney Hayward. 14 points. That's going to be a tough one to beat. And up next, the next opponent, next competitor will be Ava Krepp, and she's with Bailey.
All right, we got Ava here. Ava, other than basketball, what sports are your favorite to play and to watch?
To watch, probably football, and to play volleyball, probably.
Nice. All right, well, I got a football-related question for you. Obviously, everyone's watching this today, but in a few days, everyone's going to be watching the Super Bowl. Who do you think's going to win?
KC, Kansas City.
Nice. Good call. Good luck.
I really like that answer to the Super Bowl question. That's exactly what I wanted to hear. I would have preferred anyone but Tom Brady, but that's just getting a little personal. So off to a quick shot. So that's 2. Hayward set a really high bar that a lot of these players are going to have to get to. And by the way, to answer that earlier point, Nicole Franzen is going to be participating in this. That's just probably why she's not rebounding. Ooh, getting some bad rolls here. Krepp finally able to see that first one drop. The second, she can move on. That's 4 points. And a lot of these competitions, these players, a lot of the shots that they work on so much, whoever can get in that zone that we saw Hayward get into can often just get hot, and that'll do it. So that's 6. Little short, and sometimes you get bad bounces on those rebounds. You lose precious seconds. With such a high score from Hayward, every second counts. That one's short. Give me a couple of those ones short. Usually a sign of the legs. Can't get the bounces. Still stuck at 6 is Ava Krepp. Seems confident, getting ready to do the runaway after you take as soon as the ball leaves your hands. But no, she's down to 10 seconds now. probably Hayward's lead is safe for the time being. Can she get to 8? The last shot, and that is Ava Krepp. She can get one more here just for good measure. And a pretty decent outing. Once around the horn, 8 points for Ava Krepp. A good showing. Up next is going to be Tiana Bradshaw. She's downstairs with Bailey right now.
All right, we're joined by Tiana Bradshaw now. Tiana, if you could win an Olympic medal for any sport, it could be real or it could be fake, what would you want that to be in?
I would say singing.
Nice. And one more for you. If someone were to play you in a movie, who would you want it to be? It could be a famous person or it could be someone you know.
I would say TV show, Olivia Pope from Scandal.
Nice. All right, give it up for Tiana.
So Tiana Bradshaw, the 5th-year senior, is next up, representing the bigs for the Spartans. That first one, no. The shot she works on a lot. She's good for 2. Moving on to the elbow spot. Yeah, this is one in warm-up she works on the most. There we go. So if she can get hot, because right now it's Sydney Hayward, the leader. That resets it. That one a little bit long. All eyes on, about a minute remaining here for Tiana Bradshaw, still at 2. She's now on to the next elbow. 4 points for Bradshaw, no. A long rebound, gotta get tracked down. She's gonna have to start making them in a row here. Gotta catch fire soon for Tiana Bradshaw. 36 seconds left on the clock. Again, Sydney Hayward just caught fire and is really showing the veterans on this team what they have to deal with, at least with the mid-range shooting. You gotta let them know early. That one a little bit long. Bradshaw still stuck at that elbow. A few times now she's got the first one in. Second one rattles around but refuses to drop. And that one finally rattles. That's 6 points for Bradshaw, only 4 seconds. She'll get one more shot up, why not, to go for 8. And that one rims out, so 6 points for Tiana Bradshaw. And the final competitor in this one is going to be Nicole Franzen. She's standing with Bailey right now.
All right, last up we got Nicole Franzen here. Nicole, what is your go-to game day meal?
Probably the chicken burger from Earl's.
Great choice. And you'd mentioned that you probably have some friends and family watching from back home. What would be your message to them today?
I'm sorry if I fail.
I'm sure you won't. Best of luck, Nicole.
So the Spartans' leading scorer from last season. We've seen her expand that range with every year she's been in the program, so let's see if it'll prove dividends here in this one. Off to a good start, hits 2 of her first 3. That elbow shot that she worked a lot with. 15 feet is her range. She's starting to heat up. Oh, she's heating up. She's going to give Sydney Hayward a run for her money. She's already at 6 and has 1:05 remaining. Nicole Franzen. Don't see a lot of the baseline shots. For some shooters, it's just even that relocation, same distance, but the relocation can sometimes mess with you. So this will get her to 8. It does not drop. 50 seconds, still plenty of time, especially at the rate she hit those first 6. Again, rattles out. Now as the clock continues to tick, okay, here we go. Make a real run of this. She probably has to hit that one. She does. She's up to 8. Nicole Franzen in that rhythm. Nicola Peters doing the rebounding. She's at 10 now, is Franzen. 27 seconds left. Steps into it. A practice jump shot, there it is. So she's at 12. Gonna have to make it happen here real quickly. So that one does not drop. Oh, that might be the game right there. Franzen gonna have to get 2 shots up real quickly to force some kind of tiebreaker. Here it is, last shot at the horn. Oh my. Clutch, that's what I call that. So that's a tie then between Sydney Hayward and Nicole Franzen at the buzzer. Just letting the first year know this is still Nicole Franzen's team. Just got to let her know. But a good showing from Hayward and Franzen. They both get
All right,
14.
folks, we got a tie here.
So if I'm not mistaken, we settled this with an arm wrestle. I might have been misinformed on that one. I think the time was the deciding factor. Both
Never
players-
mind. I am corrected. Congratulations to Nicole
Oh,
Franzen.
okay, I guess there was a miscount.
You are the master
It is Nicole Franzen.
of
She won it at the
mid-range.
buzzer there. That's it.
Don't
Okay.
forget to pick up your Lululemon prize off the prize table. And now
Nicole
competing
Franzen with
in
the
our
shot
next
at the
event will
horn.
be and Jolene Vlieg. Next up, it's time for our three-point shooting competition.
All right, well, we got Kaylee Reimer here. Kaylee, when it comes to basketball, growing up, who was your biggest teacher?
Probably any one of my club coaches growing up.
Nice. And do you have a favorite book? And if so, what is it?
I haven't read a book in a while. Maybe my biology textbook.
Awesome. Well, good luck.
Thank you.
So we move on now to the three-point shooting competition. Similar to the NBA one, it's going to be 3 shots from 5 different spots. The first 2 shots are worth 2 each, and the final one, the money ball, worth 3. So Reimer gets the first, or the second I should say, missing on the money ball. So it's Gil out there with Abateo doing the rebounding. Kaylee Reimer likes that second shot. Can she get the money ball? No. So now she's up to the top. The furthest spot away, usually the one that people have the most trouble with, is this shot here. Now she moves to the Zach Griffin spot, as I call it. That left wing gets a friendly roll, and that one drops, so she's up to 8 now. And that gets the money ball. Kaylee Reimer gets her first 2 for 3 rack, or set of shooting, I should say. And the final shot, the money ball to end it. And that will do it with 11 points for Kaylee Reimer, showing out a pretty respectable score. And up next, sitting with Bailey.
All right. Next up, we got Nicola here. Nicola, if you could spend a day in anyone else's shoes, who would that be?
I think I'd go with Nicole because I just want to be a really tall basketball player.
I love that. And what's the first career you dreamed of as a kid?
I think I just wanted to be a doctor, but that definitely ended for sure.
Is that not happening anymore?
No.
All right, well, good luck.
And Nicola Peters stepping up next. Go for her first 2. The money ball, the balancing act, so she gets 3. She's on the board. A long chase down rebound. She's good on another one. The money ball here. 40 seconds, plenty of time to work with, so she sits at 5. A little bit of a mix-up on the rebounding there. That one good. Can she get the money ball for another 5? No, she sits at 7. Money ball for 3. That one's long, so going to the final corner, I think she has to clear it. At least go 2 for 3 to at least get a shot. That one rattles in, she's at 9. This one would pass Reimer, and that one drops. 12 points for Nicola Peters, takes the lead. by the slimmest of margins. So up next we have Tegan MacArthur. She's with Bailey.
All right, next up we got Tegan. Tegan, tell us, how did you first get started in basketball?
I first got started because my dad used to play when he was growing up, so he taught me from a young age, and I've been playing it ever since.
That's awesome. And what's one thing about you that surprises people?
That I love to read for fun.
Awesome. Well, good luck.
Thank you.
Tegan MacArthur, the new Spartan from Calgary out of Ernest Manning High School. Short on the first and long on the second, and a little bit long on the third. So she comes up empty in the first set, but is on the board with 2. That one, nothing but net. A little bit long at 4 points now for MacArthur, and the money ball brings it to 7. It's still wide open.
I think so, yeah.
The way they're scored can mean the time really not a factor. She's got 20 seconds here, but pretty much has to be perfect here. She misses the first. Long on the second, so the last shot here will bring her to double digits. Why not? And that one is nothing but net. A pretty decent showing, 10 points for Tegan MacArthur. Does not beat Nicola Peters, and we go down to Jolene Vlieg, the last competitor.
All right, last up we got Jolene Vlieg. Jolene, what is your hidden talent?
I would have to say juggling. If I had 3, I'd show you, but.
Nice. And what is your go-to breakfast food?
Cereal, my live or die every morning.
That's great. Well, good luck, Jolene.
Jolene Vlieg, a 31% three-point shooter from last season. Actually shot better from 3 than she did from the field overall. She hits the second one. And that's her spot, really. The corners where a lot of those shots came from. So Vlieg up to 5 points now. Oh, she's really getting it. She's up to 10. Oh, she's now the betting favorite in Vegas. She's got a lot of time to work with. Only really needs to hit 2 to take the lead. That one doesn't drop, so an empty set at the top. That one drops, so she's tied Nicole Peters. Nicola Peters tied with Vlieg with 12. Does not, so now she has to hit 1, and that'll pretty much do it. Jolene Vlieg from the corner gets it, and why not just to show off a little bit, pad that score. This is for 17. Vlieg gets it. Jolene Vlieg, what a showing. 17, she takes the three-point shootout.
Congratulations to Jolene Vlieg. That was some great shooting. Remember to pick up your Lululemon prize off the prize table as you exit the court. Next up, it's our Shoot for the Cure Challenge. Fans, tonight your Spartans are here to raise money for the U Sports Shoot for Fans tonight. Your Spartans are here to raise money for the U Sports Shoot for the Cure campaign. It's a cause that hits close to home for the team. In 2011, your Spartans women's basketball team was preparing to welcome a new recruit to the team. Tessa Beaucamp was a great high school basketball player coming out of Holy Cross Secondary School in Surrey, a warrior in more ways than one. Tessa had battled cancer for several years, and it returned to tragically cut her life short. At Christmas, the team gave Tessa a ladybug pillow pet, which she cherished. This ladybug now sits in Tessa's empty locker stall in the women's team room as a way to daily honor Tessa as an honorary Spartan. Normally, there's an annual tournament that runs in honor of Tessa, but this year, of course, it has to be a virtual tournament. Your Spartans wanted to use today's event, the first Spartans basketball event of the season, to honor Tessa in a special way. This next competition will see the entire team participating. They'll shoot in 4 rounds, starting with the freshmen and moving through to our 4th and 5th year players. Each group gets 1 minute to shoot to raise as much money as they can to shoot for the cure.
So now here comes the Shoot for the Cure competition. They're going to go in 4 rounds, 4 teams. And depending on what shot they hit, it's $1 for a layup, 2 for an outside shot, and 3 for a 3-pointer. And then a chance to double it if they can hit that half-court shot. So the first team is the first years, Sydney Hayward, as well as Shemaya Abateo and Ava Krepp. So that's $2 that will be paid for by Cheryl Jean-Paul. So they're really going into the outside shot. Hayward brings it to 4, the layup, $5. So yeah, as many as they can. They got to go back to half. But yeah, now they're maybe changing the strategy. Hayward's still going to that outside shooting. She was hot from before. Krepp's 3 is no. Abateo will take the 3. That one does not rattle in. Hayward continues to take that outside shot. No. Still stuck at 6. Abateo's 3 is good, so we're up to 9. And a layup from Krepp. Maybe one more 3. Maybe one more shot can get up. Hayward. The pull-up long is no good. So sitting nicely at 10 for the first round for the first years. So now the second years is Reimer, Jaden Gill, and Haley Van Roekel are the second team.
Here comes our next round of girls, our second years.
So the second year is already off to a much hotter start. 9 right away, make it 12. Oh, the second years are really trying to bust open the bank. Oh, another 3. Jaden Gill says why not, doesn't get in on the action though. 15 now the score for the second years. And fans, if you're looking to stay connected and up to date on all things Spartans, follow us on the TWU Spartans app. It's quick and easy access to everything you want to know and more, and the second years are still continuing to put up the points. Gill missing with that floater again. 2 more points from Reimer. Really showing the touch from outside today. Gonna keep letting the 3 go. They're up to 22. 3 seconds left. Van Roekel. No, Gill will let it fly at the end, and no, 22 is the score for the second years.
Outstanding job, second years. Coming up next, we got our third years. Here we go.
And now the third years, Nicola Peters, Jolene Vlieg, Nicole Franzen, and Tegan MacArthur. Gotta say, the team with the most amount of players, and a lot of the minutes played between Vlieg and Franzen. So she's gonna pull from the outside. No, but a strong showing from the second years with a big lead. And fans, you've probably noticed the hand sanitation stations at the side of the court. The athletes are all hand sanitizing before and after each competition and wearing their masks as an added precaution. We want to keep everyone safe today, so as much as we would have loved to have more people in the building, we are strictly limiting our numbers of staff and coaches to allow for these athletes to compete. And isn't it great to see them competing again? Oh my goodness, I had a moment just turning in the car, just about to turn into the parking lot, where for a brief moment everything was light because it felt like I was calling a game again. Been a weird year, and that's putting it very, very lightly. Third years are up to 18 now. Still got time, but the second years are still showing up as the leaders. Bragging rights on the line. Franzen's 3, no. 1 more 3 from MacArthur, and it's 18 points. $18.
Outstanding job, third years, and last but not least, our fourth and fifth
year team. Tiana Bradshaw, the 5th year senior, with Osei Obito and Kiana Weens. That brings the total to $50 with a chance to double it. Weens missing on the 3. Bradshaw, she likes that left elbow, and Obito will just take the layup. So they're on the board. And it should be said also, Spartan Faithful, if you like what you're seeing today and want to see more, be sure to tune in again in 2 weeks. From now, we'll be hosting our hockey skills competition. Your Spartans will be lacing them up again and going head to head to see who's got what it takes to be a champion. 25 seconds left for the 4th year / senior team. The oldies, as they're being referred to. I take some offense to that. Elbow jump shot from Bradshaw. They're up to 12. So with a 3 ball from Weens, they had passed it beforehand, but they're not going to lose to the first years. That's really pretty much what matters to them. One last shot for Kiana Weens. Rattles out, so 15 the score. Bringing that to a
outstanding job, 4th and 5th years. But
amount.
We got one more surprise for you here. We're going to have 4 half-court shooters, 1 from each team. Each, they are going to have the chance to double the money raised. So let's go make some money.
So 4 shooters with a chance to double or just keep it as is in Vegas terms. So here we go. It's going to be Jaden Gill, Haley Van Rukel, Kiana Weens, and Nicole Friends. And Jaden Gill, the first attempt, a little bit off. So sitting at 65, looking to make it a nice 130, and it's nothing but net. Haley Van Rukel, and why not Kiana Weens, but that's it. 130 from Cheryl Jean-Paul with a shoot for the cure. Made it look easy too.
Congratulations, team. That is what $130 for Shoot for the Cure. Thank you to all of you back at home who have donated tonight at gospartans.ca, where we've posted the donation link. Every bit helps, and your Spartans appreciate your support. Spartans fans, each year in the last regular season home game of the year, we recognize our graduating senior athletes. We'd like to take some time to do that this afternoon. Please join me in congratulating number 13, Grace Gudrian, and number 15, Tiana Bradshaw.
All right, well, first up we have Grace. Grace, first of all, congratulations on a great time at TWU.
Thank you.
What's been the best part of playing for TWU and being a part of this team?
I think just the travel opportunities. We've gotten to go to China and all around Canada, and those experiences will stay with me for a lifetime.
That's awesome. Well, you've done a lot with the team. Is there a memory that really sticks out to you? It could be a funny one or a serious one.
I think just going off the travel ones would be the Great Wall of China. We had a great time, and there's some funny stories from that day too, but it was definitely a great day.
That's awesome. And it's obviously been a really difficult year for a lot of people, a lot of ups and downs, especially for your team. But what's been one positive takeaway that you've had?
I think the positive would be getting to see each other every single day. I know a lot of teams don't get to go on court, so the fact that we don't have to see each other over Zoom but get to see each other in person is something that we can't take for granted.
That's great. Thank you so much, Grace. And give a round of applause for Grace.
Thank you.
And next up, we got Tiana Bradshaw. Tiana, I'll ask you the same thing. What's been the best part of your time playing at TWU?
Just being day in and day out with my teammates, like facing adversity, grinding every day. It's just really nice to just be with a group of girls that you know have your back at all times.
And how about for you? Has there been a memory that's really stood out to you or that'll stick out when you look back at your time?
I would have to agree with Grace. Great Wall of China was like epic, life-changing experience, and just so grateful for it.
Awesome. And in the same kind of vein, strange year, what's been a positive takeaway for you being a part of the team this year?
Well, we obviously didn't get the year that we anticipated, especially being a fifth year, but I would say the best part was just being with the team and the fact that we were able to stay positive the whole way through, and they still made me feel very valued as a veteran, so I'm just super thankful for that.
That's great. Well, congratulations on a great career at TWU, and we wish you all the best. Give it up for Tiana.
Welcome everybody. I'm just going to take my mask off. This is weird to talk to somebody without a mask on, but that's been this year, and as we are so grateful that we were able to celebrate our 2 fifth years, it has been a challenging year. Thinking about how would you want to finish things, this is definitely not what most fifth years would probably pick, but yet here we are, and we're just so thankful to the Langley Event Center and obviously to Trinity Spartan Athletics that we could come here and do some fun events, but then also honor our seniors. And so when I think about Grace, you know, Grace and Tiana both, the word resilience comes to mind. Our team theme this year was growth and grit, and part of that is resilience. And I think if someone younger were to say to me, I want to demonstrate resilience like Grace or Tiana, I would probably say, you know, that's a great goal to achieve because both of them have been through so much and have accomplished a lot over the span of their 5 years. Grace, you know, had to make some hard choices along the way. A lot of athletes don't have to decide, how am I going to make my next decision until they're graduated? And yet here she was after, you know, her first, second year dealing with an ACL injury and deciding, what am I going to do? I just really appreciate the time that Grace gave me to talk the decisions out and figure out what she was going to do. And thinking through both of their journeys, there's so many names and faces of people that have come up that have really been a big part of their journey here at Trinity. And so when I think of Grace and fond memories of Grace, definitely a lot of laughs, especially with Anna. When I say a lot of laughs, let me clarify, the two of you laughing at me, I felt that was a big part of our relationship, but I wouldn't trade that for the world. I'm so thankful, and I just, you know, our program has really just benefited from your role, everything that you've chosen to do to serve your teammates and to serve our community. And I just really appreciate who you've been, very gracious in all the things that we've been asking you to do over the span of the last few years. A highlight moment for sure for me was when you had to wait to tell me face to face, and I'm so grateful that we were able to talk face to face when you were admitted to Cairo School. And I know that's been something that you've been working towards, and it's just so cool when you have that moment of achievement. I know you're going to do really well there, and we just really appreciate all the growth that you have accomplished throughout your time here on campus. I do want to make sure that I mention, you know, your mentor, your family, your parents, your friends, you know, just being able to go to Calgary and having a great home meal. We had to make some adjustments along the way because we did it as a pregame meal, and the girls were upset because they couldn't eat as much as they wanted to of all the good food that your family serves us. And so we just really want to thank your family for all the support that they've shown over the last several years. Now Tiana, Grace and Tiana, it was Grace and Tiana for a long time. As first years, they were roomed together. They moved out together off campus. They were like a bickering old couple for the first few years, which is always fun and entertaining. But they have definitely grown into their own and become, you know, really strong and resilient young women who are going to accomplish a lot moving forward from their time here at Trinity. And so with Tiana, you know, I can't help think about the trauma that Tiana has created for young assistant coaches, and I think anyone who's been around our program the last few years would know what I'm talking about. So there's Chantel, who, you know, is driving you to the hospital, giving you an EpiPen. We still talk about that. We still have to talk through that. Then you have Sean in China, who literally had to hurdle a table to prevent you from eating a meal because he thought it had peanuts, and it was pine nuts. So we didn't have an issue there, but it was still quite exciting to see Sean's reaction. And then of course, Alicia, literally trying to drag you to the emergency room at UBC. And you know, to be honest, like I'm glad to not have to relive some of those memories. But the reality is I just really appreciate, to be honest, some of the talks that we've had, sitting in a hospital room, You're all hooked up to a number of different things. But just when I think of resilience, I think of how many times that you could have said, okay, I've had enough of this. And yet you have found a way to keep going. And so, you know, you are more than a conqueror. When I think of our team theme, like that's something that you've embodied. You are an overcomer. You are a child of God. You are a daughter of the King. Those are things that you have embodied in your time here at Trinity. And I really appreciate just who you've been to our program and who you've been to me. And so as you are moving forward and you're stepping into larger and larger leadership roles at work and kind of within your community, I too just want to thank the people that have been supporting you throughout this time. You know, looking back on travel and the challenges that we've had over the last year with not being able to play games, I'm just so thankful that we were able to get to Ontario a few years ago and that you were able to play in front of your family. It was a challenging trip, but it was definitely worth it for the ability for you to hear your family in the stands cheering you on. And so, you know, I don't usually spend a lot of time talking about basketball with these year-end videos because you are all more than just basketball players. You are more than conquerors, but you're also, you know, Spartans, and what that means in terms of who you're becoming as students and who you are becoming as leaders and who you are as young women. And so I just want to thank both of you for your contributions to our program, to our department, just the way that you've carried yourself through really challenging circumstances even this year. It has been a disappointment, but Tiana, you have come into the gym every day and you have given your team everything that you have. And Grace, you know, again, not being able to travel and kind of do some of the things that we did last year with the scout team, but yet you come every day with a cheerful voice, a great attitude, and just the ability to say, what can I do to serve our team and our community today? So to both of you, thank you very much. To our mentors, our alumni, our family, we're so glad that we were able to share today with you as well. It would have been great to see you all in the stands when we do these things, some of the traditions that we've developed over the last 10, 11 years. But the reality is this is where we are this year. This is how things are with COVID. But yet we still want to make sure that we appreciate all the opportunities that we've been given to really develop and grow deeper in our faith and grow deeper in our culture and grow deeper in our understanding of each other and ourselves. And for that, we are eternally grateful. Thank you.
And Grace Gooderian. On the court this afternoon is head coach Cheryl Jean-Paul, along with Sarah Betcher, women's basketball alum of 2019. Sarah is here on behalf of the Spartan Foundation Alumni Sport Coordinators to welcome Grace and Tiana as new alumni. We also want to take a moment to thank the parents, family, and close friends of those athletes who have supported them throughout their entire basketball careers. Thank you for spending many hours in many different gyms over the years supporting, encouraging, and building into these athletes to help them become the complete champions in all areas of their lives. We wish you could be here in person today, but we appreciate your support from wherever you're watching from. And these athletes couldn't do it without you. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2020-2021 Spartans women's basketball graduating senior athletes.
And that does it for us here. If you're hooked and want more, tune in at about 5:25. The men will get ready and get set for their own skills challenge. But until then, thanks for tuning in here to the LEC. Stay safe, and we'll see you when we see you.